had to be nosy, y'all. I don't know why. I don't know why I keep hitting the mute button by mistake, but y'all, I've been at work all day. I've been at work since like oh my goodness, 5:45 this morning, and I went to bed late. This that time of year, y'all, where people don't want to come to work, and it's almost the holidays. So what's going to happen is people are going to come and get hired. They're going to work, right? And then they're going to get just enough money for the holiday season. Now, I don't know if they're going to, use it on their gifts, their children's gifts, their family gifts, or, just for themselves, because a lot of times people pay extra. Not only do people have extra hours, like the regular department stores and stuff like that, but just in general, just in most whatever career you're in, most of the times there is extra work from October to January. And so we're about to get into that point, and I've been at work all day, y'all. I haven't had, like I said, I went in at 5:45. I worked out this morning. I did my warm up, of course, my stretches. I did my entree, you know, my elliptical, and I did some weight training this morning. I did all of it, and I did a cool down. But I still felt like, I was like, okay, I could still do, walk again today. So I'm back on here, y'all. Hey, Joshua. Hey, Brilliant. Hey, Sonya. Hey, Jill. Hey, everybody. I think I started speaking to you guys, and then somehow I was muted. I don't know. My phone did this yesterday. It's like it jumped. I was talking, and I looked down, and it was muted. And I was like, I didn't touch anything at the bottom. It's all of that's down there at the bottom of my phone, and I didn't touch anything. So I said, well, maybe I did touch it, and I just didn't know. But just now, it did it twice. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But I hope that you guys hear me. I have been up all day. Um, when I finally sit down, I'm probably gonna really, really. The good thing about it, though, the good thing about it is that I don't have to work tomorrow. I usually don't work on weekends, but like I said, because of the time of year it is, October to January, there's extra work, there's extra money to be made. There's people are shorthanded, and so it's a really good time to work. And the more you work, during this season, the less you have to. You don't even have to spend your money. Just because it's the holiday season doesn't mean you have to spend your money. So how do you guys? How are you? Do you work extra at this during this time of the year? Who celebrates the holidays? Do you celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's? Um, I do. I proudly do. I hope that you guys do. But if you don't, hey, I don't have anything against that. If you don't, I just do. And I enjoy it. My family enjoys it. It's just a good time to, spend time with family, to fellowship, to eat a lot. So if you stay in shape, if you try your best to eat right most of the year, you don't have to do that. You don't have to worry about that New Year's resolution that I'm going to lose weight. You don't have to worry about that. Hey, Tamika and Jill, Jill, I did not email you because I went to sleep. I went to sleep, and then I got up. I had to be up like I had to be there at 5:45, y'all. So I was up like I was up. I showered. I showered late last night, after, well, whatever, late, not late, whenever I got off of here, I showered. And then I jumped up this morning and showered again because I have to. I don't understand, and not knocking anybody, but, some people take their showers and baths at night, and then they just get up and get out of bed and they go. I mean, I guess if your bed is clean, you're showered down and all that kind of stuff. That's cool, but I just, whenever even if I take a shower at night, I have to get up in the morning and take a shower. So I jumped up again, like after 4, took a shower and worked out. I did everything. And so I I'm not at work now, but I'm kind of at work now. So if I get a call, I'll have to um I don't think I have to go back, but I'll have to help them out on the computer. I have to do that. I see everybody speaking to everybody. Jill says, I've been thinking about picking up a weekend gig. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't have to do weekends, But sometimes, I'll choose to do them because, it's so much more laid back on the job during the weekends. You don't have all the administrative staff. You don't have so many people coming in and out of the buildings. So yeah, I really do. I love, love, love working weekends. But I love working weekends because of that. But I'd rather be, off and at home, of course. That's the good side to it. That's if you have to work weekends, at least hopefully you can work at a place where it's not so busy, it's not so many people coming in and out, and you the administrative staff is kind of low to none. Kind of low to none. Tamika says, good evening, Lions Pride and Chat. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, Tamika. Happy Saturday to each and every one of you guys. Brian says, glad to hear that, Joshua. Where's Joshua? Did I speak to Joshua? I think I did. I had to try and speak to all of you guys again because, like I said, my phone muted twice and I didn't even know. Josh was an early bird. Yes, yesterday. This is the last day for the 10,000 challenge. Yeah, it is the last day. Today's. I don't know why I keep wanting to call today the 29th, but today is September 30th. So Sonia, do you have a challenge for next month? Do you have an October challenge? And I don't know what was the September thing with YouTube, y'all. Um, I can't remember what it's called, but what is it? What is it that you do? Upload a video every day in September? What is it? I know, like in December they do something. For the holidays or something like that. So what is it for September? I'm thinking that's so close together. Whatever it is, it's so close together. See, Bria saying she's great. Everybody's speaking. I had to try to catch up, so I probably missed a lot of comments because again, I didn't know I was muted, y'all. Goodness. Bria says I celebrate the holidays and am most times the host for holiday meals for our family and friends. Yes, I definitely celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas, all holidays. Me too. Me too, brilliant. Me too. Joshua, you ate pizza? Joshua ate pizza this evening. Jill says it's okay. Uh-oh, he's got some lawnmower going. I'm gonna go this way. It's okay. Just came to the show and enjoy. If you could just come to the show and enjoy if you can. I have the judge like, okay. Okay, I thought that you would, Jill. Um, and I didn't think about I woke up this morning like trying to hurry up and I was like, oh my goodness. See, like, are y'all like that? Like, I don't know. I don't know that I have to do something. And I hate putting everything in my phone because my phone is so jam-packed with, just reminders and dates and stuff of things that you need to do that you have to do. So I'm like, I don't need to put everything in the phone. I need to try to remember. And I do remember, but a lot of times it's past the time that I wanted to, do whatever I wanted to do. But of course, if it's something, you know, the family and stuff like that, yeah, I put it in the phone. And I even still like fill in my wall calendar. Do you guys still use your wall calendars? What you cooking? What you cooking? Sonya says I can't do it. I have to. Hey, right, Sonya, I have to have a shower, bath, mornings, and night. Yes, yes. So even I know some people they're like, well, I take my showers at night. And I'm like, well, I never I always thought two a day was good, especially as an adult. Like I always thought two a day was good because I mean, you get up, okay, you want to be fresh and clean. What how Outcast used to say it? Ain't nobody don't pass me. I'm just so fresh and so clean. You want to be fresh and clean, and you want to go and do the things that you do, and then before you get in your bed, you want to be fresh and clean too. You want to be fresh and so clean. Yeah, Sonya, you remember I was looking for my wall calendar last year? I think that was 2022. It may have been 2023. I can't remember. Joshua says I skipped September live. That's all. I don't have no time for all that. I'm busy to move. You still moving, Joshua? Joshua, you haven't moved yet? I don't know what it is that they do in September though. I don't know. Is it like a video per day or something? Green says Joshua, yummy. What kind? I need to eat more healthy like Jill. I fried catfish tonight. I gotta do better. You fry catfish? Do you like it baked? A lot of people tell me that they don't like baked catfish. They say if they eat catfish, it has to be fried. But I love baked catfish. I love any kind of fish baked or sauteed on top of the stove. Throw some spinach with it. Like I did that salmon the other day. Like, yeah, somebody commented and said it looks raw. I'm like, y'all don't want it overcooked. Okay, Joshua, you start Sunday tomorrow. Sunday evening, moving to a better place. That's good, Joshua. Green says, not surprised. I don't do digital calendars. I'm old. I'm so old school. Me too, Brilliant. I do it, but I still like to put it on the calendar, like on the refrigerator or on my wall. I have to have a paper calendar. I use my wall, right? One, and I keep one in my backpack purse as well. Yep, me too. And I'm like, I know. One of my friends said, well, you got all those calendars. You bound to miss something. You're gonna put something. If you don't, why don't you just use one so that you'll have everything right there? And I was like, I do. I try to put everything in my phone. I do. But sometimes, your phone can, it only has so much memory. And especially if you take a lot of family pics and stuff like that, if you save a lot of things, then, you only have so much space. So what I try to do is put it on the wall calendar. But yeah, I still try to put everything in both places. I try to, and I just try to check both of them. Like I said, because sometimes you may have something for today, for instance, in your phone and on your wall calendar, but maybe not in your purse. Because I still love those purse calendars too, Brilliant. I love the purse calendars. Sonya says I made a salad. I don't eat after 6. No ma'am, no baked fish, no baked catfish. You don't like baked catfish, Sonya? I love baked fish, any kind of baked fish. Sonya says, congratulations, Joshua. Joshua says, no chitlins is not my Who eats chitlins? Who eats chitlins, Joshua? He said, thank you, Sonya. Brian says, I fry catfish. I've never baked it. Please share your recipe sometime. Elders in my family make stewed catfish. Really? And that is pretty yummy. I failed to make it correctly on my own, but they make it good. You know what, Brilliant? There are a lot of things that the elders make that we can't touch. There are a lot of things that the elders make and we can't touch. Cool. I love me some catfish, Joshua. Sonya says, I have a desk calendar too. That is how I schedule my appointments. A purse calendar is a must. Yes, 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 yes. And that's what I tried to do. I said, well, okay, I could put anything that's like for fun and stuff like that. I'll put it on one calendar. Anything like appointments, doctor's appointments, interviews, put those on another appointment. And then the fun things like weddings, family occasions, and things like that, put it on another one. But I just find that just trying to put it, I don't know, I just rather put it on all three because, okay, I was being a little bit nosy. I'd rather put it on all three if I can. But I definitely check all three. I try to put them on all three, but I definitely check all three. Hey, welcome to TNT family. How are you? How are you? How are you? Welcome to the live. Jill says all my meats have to have crush on it. I don't like pale food. That crunch. All your meat has to have crunch on it, Jill. I can eat soft meat. I can eat soft meat, but certain meats I have to have crunch. Like if I want to do wings, I throw them in the air fryer because it gives it, that crunch. Um, but like fish, yeah, I can just have it grilled, blackened, baked, and from time to time I will fry. I will fry some fish, but I try not to do that often. I try not to do that often. I try to you know, bake, grill, saute my fish. Look at that bug on my phone. And my chicken until it's like on Saturdays for football or something. And even then it's like in the air fryer, but y'all know how it's always something with something. So it's like you got to get the stainless steel air fryer, or you're exposed to the particles in the black air fryer. Mm-mm. Hey, hey. So you get exposed to that stuff. And I'm like, hey, every time they come out with something a certain way that's supposed to be better, then there's something wrong with it. Catfish is good for fries and salad. Yes, Joshua, yes. Um, TNT says, hey, y'all. Hey, 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 chat and mods. Joshua says, not me, Sonya. It's somebody else eating chitlins. So somebody in your house is eating chitlins, Joshua? Sonya says, yeah, I know, right? No plain food, period. TNT. Yeah, I don't, it's not, I have it seasoned, but I don't have to have a crunch on it unless it's, I don't have to have a crunch on all my chicken either, unless I'm like going for wings. If I want wings, I want to crunch on those. I want to crunch on those. But if I'm just baking chicken, you know, or grilling the chicken, like some in my family, they like whenever we're grilling out, like say if we got hot dogs, they like to put a black or burn on the hot dogs. Uh, I like them kind of really brown, but I don't like them burned. I don't like them burned. Let's see. Everybody's still speaking. Brilliant says TNT family, rebuking anything the devil's trying to send your way today to bring you down, sending you good vibes, and will keep you lifted in prayers. This too shall pass. Yes, yes. Thank you, Brilliant. Thank you for sending that prayer up for TNT family. Thank you so much. Jill says, so a nice golden brown look to it. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Like a nice golden brown look is that's good. That's good. But like salmon, I now that's the only I don't want. Well, I don't really fry salmon anyway, so yeah, I gotta have that soft and flaky. I want that to like to just kind of crumble with my fork. When put the fork in it, I want it to crumble. Everybody speaking to TNT family. Hello, how are you? I can't pronounce your name, but I'm so glad to have you in the live. I appreciate you for coming by. There's a pretty lady with an avatar. I can't pronounce her name, y'all, but everybody welcome her in. If you can in English, put your name in there. If you can't, that's okay. We're glad to have you. As long as you're nice, sweet, positive, uplifting, come on over here. Come on in. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to see you. Sonya says, Lion Pride, just pray over your food, everything we eat. Something is going on with, especially when you know that you're trying your best to prepare it in the best one, in a good way. I say bless and pray over all of it. Right, Sonya. Just you have to, bless it and pray over it. Um, but there are some things that I do know that it's not good to do when you're cooking. Especially when you're grilling too. So I grill sometimes, but if you notice, I don't talk a lot about grilling because it's just the charcoal and mm, I, I I can do grilling like if I grill, it's going to be probably Juneteenth, 4th of July, and maybe Labor Day, something like that. Maybe one more time, but like just firing up the grill. Like you guys know, I like to watch football and stuff. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I don't have to have that. I don't have to have that because I've always just kind of wondered what's all in that stuff. The charcoal and all that kind of stuff. So, but and then some people use gas grills, but then the thing with that is sometimes your food can taste gassy, taste like gas or something. TNT says it's what I'm going through right now with my health issues, but thank you. Yes, TNT. Continue to do whatever you can to be the most healthiest that you can. Um, you know, pray about it. Do what they tell you to do. Do what your medical team tells you to do. And if you have any feelings that make anything that makes you uncomfortable about what they're telling you, check with someone else. Do what you can to do to make yourself feel at ease. about whatever it is that's going on, and you may not feel at ease about it, but to feel at ease that you know, you're seeking the best care that you can and that you're making the right decisions with, who's helping you with your care. And of course, we're praying, 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 that you're going to come through with flying colors. Uh, Bree says, so Joshua, right now I live in Seattle. I'm moving, okay, to a more country outskirt city, Auburn. Okay. Sonia says, welcome in. Thank you, Sonia. Jill says, oh, it's still flaked and crumbled, but with some color. Yeah, to me, salmon, like I think of sushi, like not, I don't want it raw, but I want it soft. Like like I said, I don't like food. It doesn't have to be meat. Doesn't have to be crunchy to me. I do like crunchy wings. Um, and that's because I always ask for them extra crispy because a lot of times when you go to some places, their wings, the chicken is almost walking off the plate. You can order wings of any flavor, and they're almost walking off the plate. And I don't eat wings like that. So, so whenever if I go out to eat, I ask for extra crispy wings. And sometimes you do literally have to tell some places to almost burn them because they'll come out there with some wings, and you'll look at the ticket and it'll say extra crispy, and the wings are just juicy, juicy, juicy. And I don't like juicy wings. But when it comes to other food, it doesn't have to be like a steak. I want it well done, but not overly well done. And I don't want, I don't want it red, but I don't want it almost burned. Like I want it nice and chewable, and I don't want all those seasonings on it because a lot of people just don't understand that their stomach issues are a result of so much seasoning. There are certain seasonings, like the most of the Italian seasonings are great. But garlic, people have like fallen in love with garlic. Garlic has been in things for years and years, but people have fallen like slap in love with garlic. And garlic is good for you. But what they don't know, especially when you're using that process of those bottled garlic, those things for people with IBS and other type of digestive issues, it's not so great. It's really not so great. Garlic and onions. Onions give a lot of people indigestion, heartburn, you know, and it's sometimes onions sometimes upset people's stomach. And a lot of times people are just like they don't want to hear it because that's not what they want to hear. Right? But when you're working with nutritionists, like I do sometimes, and you're working with people to kind of eliminate things out of their diets so that they can gradually introduce those things back to see what it bothers their stomach. People are dead set that, well, It's just kind of like when someone is newly diagnosed with hypertension, high blood pressure. The first thing out of their mouth is, oh, when I'm stressed out, or oh, when something's hurting, my pressure goes up, especially our people. Okay, that's true. That's true. That's true for someone who's taking care of their blood pressure and taking their meds like they're supposed to and exercising like they're supposed to too. And their blood pressure is stabilized. If they bump their toe or something happens, yeah, their pressure goes up too. But you have some people that go to the doctor and their pressure is elevated some. And a lot of times now doctors like to treat pre-hypertension. So what some doctors will do is give you the opportunity to try to exercise and eat better to maybe hopefully get your pressure down. And that's all good. But sometimes it's hereditary and it just doesn't matter what you do, you're going to have high blood pressure. And then sometimes people, even though they have family members with it, the things that they do can keep it down. So people are still different, even though things can be hereditary, people are different. But a lot of people just working with people on a daily basis, when you tell them, okay, maybe you need to try the Mediterranean diet. Maybe you need to try the FODMAP diet. The FODMAP is, look it up, they're long words, but they're carbohydrate chains of certain sugars that don't sit well with you. And there are sugars and things like garlic. Um, just look up FODMAP, and people will start to see that, okay, maybe I do pass gas a little bit more when I eat certain things, or maybe I do, but people don't want to admit things, and that's just the culture, I guess. That's just the culture. I have a friend that knows. She knows. She's like, onions give me indigestion. Oh my gosh. She's like, I'm gonna eat these onions, y'all, but oh my gosh, let me get some Toms. That's what she says. But at least she acknowledges it. At least she's not in denial about it. She says it. She says, "Oh, these onions are," because she loves onions, y'all. She loves onions, and she says, "Oh, these onions are going to give me indigestion. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have indigestion." And she'll eat them, and she'll take Tom's immediately after or just before she eats them because she knows that onions give her indigestion. But this thing with this garlic, I was so glad to hear another content creator say this the other day because there's something about that garlic. Like I said, garlic is in so much of the foods that we get before we even do something to it. And they're in so many seasonings. It really is hard to find seasonings that don't have garlic. So that's why I say the basils, the parsleys, the things like that, the thyme and that kind of stuff. It doesn't have it. You can mix that stuff up, and yeah, a lot of your stuff will have that Italian-like taste. But there are other ways, and or you can use the things that maybe don't have too much. Hopefully, um, but yes, garlic is really tearing a lot of people up, and they just don't know because they're so stuck into the it's good for you, it's healthy for you. Yes, but sometimes that's just like medicines. Like some medicines are good for you, but they have side effects. Certain foods and seasonings that we eat can be good for us because they're even in some medicines, but they can have side effects. So that's just one of the big ones that I see, lately. Everybody's on this big garlic kick. Like I just watch people just douse it. And then I also work with people trying to say, okay, so when do you have these symptoms? So when are you really, really gassy down there? When are you passing gas like crazy? What did you put in that? 9 times out of 10, garlic, onions, mushrooms. Now, oyster mushrooms are great. Oyster mushrooms, you can have those, for people with certain types of digestive issues. But a lot of people don't know mushrooms can be a problem for some people. So you really just have to, it's a person by person basis. And just because it's a problem, like one person with digestive issues, it may not be that the other person's problem. But what I'm saying is sometimes just try, just eliminate some things for a week and see what happens. See, do your symptoms kind of clear up or do you feel a little bit better after you eat? Okay, TNT family. Thank you, Joshua. See you later, TNT family. And again, we're praying for you. Brilliant says, thanks, Joshua. This exercise with Lions Pride has been helping lots to share it with my doctor, and they agreed. Now the other habits got to change. God can intervene in our behalf, yes, but we have got to do our part. He gives us common sense. He gives us the knowledge. He gives us free will. He gives us free will. Jill says she loves her some onions, but I can't eat too much because of my acid. See, yes, yes, yes. But if you tell some people that, Jill, their love for it makes them close their ears to what you're telling them. It makes them close their ears to what you're telling them. Jill says most of my seasonings don't have salt in them. Right, right. Some people can't, and I watched another content creator on here just eat salt, eat salt, eat salt. And people have told her, even if you don't have issues, as you get older, try to do better, as with anything else in life. We're not perfect. We're going to splurge. We're going to cheat. We're going to. That's just, it is what it is. Like people who cut down on soft drinks. If you say, I used to drink 2 or 3 drinks a day, and now you're saying I drink 2 or 3 drinks a week, do you know how much of an improvement that is when it comes to the sugar content? Do you know how much of an improvement that is? So no one is saying don't do, what you do. Don't eat what you like. Just know that moderation is key. Let's see. Brilliant says, yeah, like no salt. Yep. Okay, TNT family, just know we will keep you prayed. Yes, definitely. Dr. Wright, happy Saturday. Be careful out there. Thank you, Jill. Thank you so much. It is. I'm not too far from where I need to go. I can actually see it. Bree says, Jill's comfort zone. Please share which ones you use. I am not allowed to use salt-based seasonings anymore. Mrs. Dash It's okay. Is that what you meant? Brilliant. But it's gotten old. Yes, brilliant. And see, that is the thing too. A lot of times when they say don't eat certain seasonings anymore that we've eaten all our lives or we've grown accustomed to, it is hard. It's a challenge. It's hard trying to find, you know, alternatives. And most of the time, what alternatives cost more. So, alternatives will cost more. Yes, Jill's comfort zone. I was just about to say that it's only 5:20 here, still light outside. Yeah, Jill says I'm not a big fan of all-purpose seasonings because they are too. Oh yes, Jill, that's so true. That's so true. And like meat tenderizers, I left those alone years and years ago. Now they may have some new one that I'm not aware of, but I learned years ago as a child, as a teenager, that that is not good for the stomach. Meat tenderizers aren't good for the stomach. And I know people use them because they still make them, and they're convenient. They're convenient. They tenderize your meat. They make your meat tender. But what I do is I get my mallet. If I feel like I'm going to have a problem with tough meat, I get my mallet and I beat it. Oh, that sounded ugly. But that's what I do. I get my mallet and I beat it. Jill says, "Screen, I cook with mostly herbs, garlic powder, onion powder, and so much more. So much more." Bree says, "Your comfort zone." I agree. I had to remove them all together from my cabinet. Yes, and sometimes that's what it takes. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of times people are having issues and they continue to eat what they always eat or what they've eaten for all their lives. Just think about it. Some of us are in our late 30s, 40s, 50 years old, and you've been eating this stuff in your same body for all this time. And you probably never really ate healthy. Not to say that you always ate bad, but you probably never made it a point to eat healthy until like later as you got older, or maybe when you were younger from time to time. So you just think of all of the times that you ate this stuff. And then, they get on the schools and stuff. They talk about the school lunches, but the schools use that stuff too. So we've eaten it for so long. We've eaten it for so long. Jill said, what is Joshua? Salty and sugars are harmful. Yes. Health, it causes high blood pressure. Yes, yes, yes. That's just like people that I don't know, sugar. I say plain pure sugar is the best, and all those sweeteners and stuff like that. No, because they're usually chemically altered. So I just say pure cane sugar is best, but you have to watch it. You have to use it in moderation. Make your own juices. I even, you know what? You can even take the Kool-Aid and probably come out making your drinks with less sugar than when you go and buy juice. Juice has a lot of sugar. Soft drinks, of course, has a lot of sugar. A lot of times when people cut out soft drinks, they notice their waistline just gets snatched. Men and women. Men and women. Jill said I did a video on the seasonings that I use on my channel. Brilliant. Sonia says, okay, I'm back. I just water my plants. I have to water my plants too, Sonia. I have to water them tonight. I have to. They look like they need watering, and I have been intending to do it, and I've been neglecting them. I haven't done it, but I do have to water my plants. I do. Joshua says, but we must eat balance. Yes, yes, that's true, Joshua. Brian says, Jill, my sister has acid reflux, and it ain't no joke. That burn is a lot. Joshua says, acid reflux, heartburn. Yes, Brian says, so true. I definitely have work to do in that area. I don't do sodas at all anymore, but energy drinks and teas have a chokehold on me. See, it's like it's always something, right, Brilliant? It's always something. Jill says it sure isn't brilliant. Joshua says he doesn't either. He don't use soda, but I used it when I was a child. Yeah, now my body is back to normal. It's healthy. Jill says my mom used to use meat tenderizer seasoning. I've never used that. Marinate your meat and it should be exactly. I marinate it and I just beat mine. I just get a mallet and beat it. um, a chef. Well, a few chefs told me that, and my people do that. My family, they do that. They beat it. They just take a mallet and they beat it. Now they used to use the meat tenderizer until they, you know, found out that sometimes you learn better. You try and do better when you learn better. Brilliant, brilliant. Didn't that sound ugly? Oh my gosh, that sounded so ugly. Brittany says Jill comfort zone. My mom did too a lot. And you're right. Marinade gets. Who is this? Oh, marinade. I guess you're a meat tender. Yes, it does. Just been having a time finding no salt or reduced salt ones. Right. They do. They really do. Fresh herbs. Yes, gives your food a nice flavor. That dash seasoning doesn't have any flavor to me at all. Really, Jill? Jill says it doesn't have any flavor to her. Finding the time is a challenge sometimes. Yes, you have to kind of just sit down and just kind of study what what's good, what may work, and things like that. Right, brilliant. One habit replaces another. One habit replaces another. Always something. It's always something. But but when you're committed to it, you get it right. Sometimes it takes you longer. You remember I talked about goals. Sometimes we have goals and we set the goal for we'll do this in a month's time. And we look and we make progress, but not the progress that we intended to make in a month. So we've got to extend the goal a little bit. We've got to extend the goal and maybe it'll take 3 months. But that's okay. Find you another goal as well. Jill says, when I used to eat pork like that, Joshua, I almost never add salt to pork. Oh, right, because they're salty. Yeah, yep, they are. They are. Ooh, oh my goodness. You know what, Jill? It's pork is salty. I don't eat it anymore. I probably like twice a year. I'll eat some those wafer thin breakfast chops. I'll do those sometimes just to get a taste, just a little taste of something. But once you stop eating certain things, it's just like I said, you can train your taste buds. You can train your taste buds. So once you stop eating certain things, that automatically trains your taste buds to not even miss it. You miss it at first, but then when you start to try and replace it with something better, you can just kind of train your taste buds. But yeah, pork is so filled with so much sodium till you don't have to add any salt to it. You don't. Jill says, I'm exhausted. I'm about to lay my butt down and go to sleep shortly. Yes, Jill, I saw you on earlier and I couldn't say anything because I was at work and I was in a meeting. But I saw you on. You have been up a while too. You've been up for a while too. So I'm going to get off here, guys, because I have been up, and I'm still not sleepy yet. But I know as soon as I get in here and jump in the shower, I will. So I'm glad I'm off tomorrow. I don't know if I'll walk tomorrow. I probably will. Like I always say, there's nothing wrong with walking. There's nothing wrong with cardio every day of the week. But, you know, if you feel the need to take a break, take your break. Take your break. Take your break sometimes. Jill says, yes, I'll eat some pork bacon, but nothing else. Oh, yeah. Yep. That's what a lot of people say. They really, really limit their pork because it's not so much that it's religion or anything like that, or they have anything against it. It's just that sodium content, the fat content. So people try their best to limit it to like maybe bacon, some things, um, bacon or bacon bits or something like that. So yeah, so that's it's really good. Like we say, you might not be able to get, and you may not want to just totally get rid of something. You just maybe want to really limit it, or do it in moderation. Brilliant says, Jill, I feel that I've been groggy all flipping day. Welcome to Gboard Clipboard. Any text you copy will be saved here. These rainy Seattle days be having you have to get out to keep the darkness away. Yes, yes. Keep it away, Brilliant. Keep it away. If not careful, you will you will sleep more than you need to between work and responsibility. Yes, yes, yes. Have you Brilliant. Tell me about it. Sometimes you have to just say, get up. You have to call your name and you have to say, get up. Get up. You've been asleep for so long. You've been lying down for so long. Get up. Sometimes you have to, y'all, it's just like with everything else we talk about. You have to pull yourself up. You have to make yourself get up. You have to be like, get up, get up. It's time to get up now. And sometimes that bed feels so good, but sometimes it is time to get up. It really is time to get up. Jill says at one time I didn't eat pork at all for about 12 years until I got pregnant and was craving bacon. There's been years that I haven't eaten it too, Jill, but it's like, okay, so I eat fish, chicken, turkey, and seafood, which I guess fish is seafood. Well, I mean, like crab legs and stuff like that. And I don't eat those a lot, but I eat fish, chicken, turkey, and seafood. And I limit the beef. Every now and again, I get a steak, and the pork is almost like I don't eat it. Like I said, every now and some years I might feel like I want to taste of something different. But there are so many different ways to cook chicken, so many different ways to cook turkey, which I know some people say, well, chicken, fowl, turkey. So, but it's so many different ways to fix it, bake it, grill it, blacken it, um, fry it if you feel like it. It's just so many different ways to do it. And so then, I'll do beef from time to time. I like a good T-bone from time to time, but I try not to eat those because of, and say, oh, it takes beef so long to digest. So, you just try to do what you can do. And when you know you're doing mostly, the best you can do, and you really truly can say you limit those things, then that's good. When you truly can say you limit pork and you limit beef, that's good. So, Jill, the bacon, look, at least you're not stuffing down ham and sausages and stuff like that all the time. Joshua says sleep for 7 to 8 hours. Jill says I only eat beef like every 2 or 3 months. Yeah, right. I mostly eat chicken, turkey, and fish. Yep, yep. That's how I am, Jill. Chicken, turkey, and fish. Chicken, turkey, and fish. Yep. That's and not no. And some people say, well, don't you get tired of that? And I'm like, well, but what am I cutting back? I've only cut back on beef and pork. And if I really, really, really get a hankering, a longing, a taste, a craving, I'll go get some thin chops. Like I said, that's probably I haven't I don't think I've had any this year. So like it's probably like once or twice every 2 to 3 years, maybe a year back to back, and then I don't eat it for I don't know how long. So yeah. I love fish, chicken, and turkey. I do. Joshua says, me too, Jill. I like chicken, fish, pork sometimes, beef, and turkey, not all the time. I need more balanced diet. You're getting there, Joshua. You're getting there because you already have the right mindset. You already have the right mindset. So I'm done. I'm glad I came on. It feels good to be on here. It feels good to be out here walking. And then you know what I say, guys. Don't let bother people bother you. Don't leave this app. Don't leave any job, any place you go, any event with more stress than you went with. Sometimes things happen and you will be stressed. You will get stressed out. But make it your goal to not leave any place with more stress than you went there with. Again, it doesn't matter if it's on this World Wide Web or if it's brick and mortar. Try not to leave with more stress than you went with. Try not to let bother people bother and upset you. And peace, positivity, and prosperity. Peace, positivity, and prosperity. Without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, negativity. And whenever you have those two brewing in the mix, brewing around in the pot, you fail to prosper to your fullest potential. So I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk Live. It may be tomorrow if it's the Lord's will, or it may be Monday. But y'all be good. And don't y'all bother anybody either, unless they bother y'all. Bye, y'all.